their two games yesterday against Furman and Miami of Ohio. And with Jones in the box, first pitch swung on and missed, and we're underway. Jones, left-hand hitting shortstop, hitting .338 this year. Behind in the count, 0-1. And that misses upstairs. No home runs, 7 RBIs for the Jacksonville State shortstop. Emma Elrod on deck. And Lindsey Richardson to follow here in the top of the first as that pitch is off the corner, 2-1. Kerpick's last outing was a start on the 2nd of March against Cal. In that game, she threw 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 3 runs. 2 of those earned, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. And that pitch misses to make the count 3-1. Lyndon Baptiste is the home plate umpire. John Cambridge at first base. Tanya Cash is at third. Jones ahead, 3-1. And she takes ball 4. So the Gamecocks have a leadoff runner at first base. Emma Elrod steps up to the plate. The Jacksonville State left fielder with nobody out and 1 on. Jones thought about taking off, and it's pulled foul, 0-1 the count. Jones on the base paths this year has attempted 10 stolen bases and has been caught just once. Elrod showed butt and took it back. Even count. A home run and 9 RBIs on the season for the Gamecock left fielder, .323 average. Corners of the infield in, middle back, and that pitch misses. Jones called out at first, so now 1 away. She was caught leaving early as the count moves to 2-2. John Cambridge, the first base umpire, on the call. Hooked down the left field line, foul. Strike 3 called, got the outside corner. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Good off-speed pitch from Kerpix. So up comes Lindsey Richardson with the bases empty and now 2 outs. Pulled foul. Richardson this year hitting .338. 7 homers, 26 driven in. And that misses to even up the count. I was talking with Coach Jana McGinnis yesterday, and she said in terms of Richardson as she flies out to left to end the inning. How she goes is how the team's offense goes. Kerpix faces the minimum in the first. Georgia to bat for the first time. Is Lindy Ray Davis. She caught against Miami of Ohio yesterday afternoon, so Tony Baldwin put her in the lineup as the DP. And the first pitch misses outside for ball one. Davis batting .256 on the season, 4 home runs and 12 RBIs. Again, that misses outside. Davis yesterday registered just 1 at bat. She drew 3 walks and scored 3 runs. In the air, right center field. And making the catch, moving to her left, is Morgan Nowakowski. 1 up and 1 down.
Your third baseman, number 33, Sarah Mosley.
And up comes Mosley, who had a big game yesterday. 2 for 3 against Miami of Ohio with 5 RBIs, including a 2-run homer. And that's fouled straight back, right below where we are. Nice catch by the fan in front of us. 0-1 the count. And that misses to even up the count. 1-1. Mosley on the year hitting .323, 6 home runs, 28 RBIs. And this is popped up near the Georgia dugout. It will stay in play and be caught by Ashley Phillips in foul ground for the second out. Coach Jana McGinnis told me yesterday, she said the way to keep this potent Georgia offense off balance is by changing speeds. You can't just throw the same speed and change locations. They'll pick up on that quick. They're too smart and too good of an offense to not do so. You have to change speeds in addition to changing location. Kearney fouls it back. .328 hitter on the year, 8 homers, 19 driven in. Softly hit right field, base hit. So Kearney continues the first inning with a 2-out single.
Your second baseman, number 6, Cindy Cuba.
Julia Holmes was the 2023 Conference Freshman of the Year. She's had a slow start to this season with some nagging injuries. Those have been somewhat of a hindrance, but Coach McGinnis really likes what she sees in Holmes and says she has a lot of potential. She's behind in the count to Kuma, and Kuma fouls it straight back, and it evens up now at 1-1. 481 hitter, 3 homers, 6 RBIs. Top batting average among qualified players in the SEC. Fly ball, center field. Nowakowski onto the track, makes the catch. And that retires the side. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. Scoreless after 1 here at the Jack. Order will come to the plate here in the second frame. Ashley Phillips will start it off. And the first pitch from Kerpix misses for ball 1. Just a 14 pitch top of the first inning for the Georgia right-hander. Pulled foul off the facing of the Georgia dugout. The ball on to strike the count to Phillips. He's off to an excellent start this season, a .471 average, 5 home runs and 12 RBIs. Popped in the air down the left field line. And Chambly makes the catch for the first out. And that brings up the 5-hole hitter and center fielder Morgan Nowakowski. That misses for ball 1 away. Nowakowski hitting .269 on the young season. From not too far down the road from Jacksonville. She's based out of Huntsville, Alabama. From Buckhorn High School, redshirt sophomore. Jana McGinnis really likes Nowakowski as a player and a person. She said she's been really clutch for this team and has a great arm out in center field. Two and one the count. In the air, center field. Good night. A few steps in front of the track. Makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down here in the Jacksonville State second inning. The DP will step up. 2 outs, bases empty, trying to start something here for the Gamecocks. They had a base runner in the top of the first inning, Emma Jones, but she was called out for leaving the bag early. And she reached via a walk, so no hit yet for Jacksonville State. Rita heading the count 2-0, hitting .226 this year. Rita, two-way player. Also pitches for Jacksonville State. She has very good composure. It's one of her top qualities. Taking all the way on 3-0, and it's a strike. Kerpick's looking for a 1-2-3 second inning. And she gets it. Fly ball to left, caught by Chambly. Middle of the second, still scoreless at the Jack. Holmes gave up 1 hit in the bottom of the first. That came with 2 outs off the bat of Kearney, a soft blooper into right. Sydney Chambly now ahead of the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Immediately shows bunt, takes it back and looks at one outside. Chambly hitting .292, 4 homers, 15 RBIs. And that pitch misses. Chambly ahead 3-0. She might be taking all the way here. She went 1 for 3 against Miami of Ohio yesterday. Lone hit was a single, and here she draws a walk. Second base runner of the game for Georgia. Just 9 walks allowed entering this game in 33 innings pitched. So that's basically 1 walk every 4 innings for Jalea Holmes. Not a bad ratio. Sarah Gordon catching today since Lindy Ray Davis caught against Miami of Ohio. Gordon hitting .138, a homer and 3 RBIs. Ball and no strikes to count. Drops down a good bunt, fair ball, throw to first in time. Gordon does her job and moves Chambly to second base. A sacrifice bunt and 3-4 on the putout. popped down the right field line in foul ground and unable to make the catch. Down there was Nicholson, the second baseman, who covered a lot of ground. So Emily Digby down a strike. Digby hitting .240 in 2024. And that's fouled straight back. Oh, 2 the count. Digby batting 7th today. Hit 6th yesterday. Now, Digby called out by Lyndon Baptiste, the home plate umpire, and Tony Baldwin wants an explanation. He called for time, the home plate umpire did, as the pitch was coming in, so now they're having a conversation. Not too much of an argument put up by the Georgia head coach, so 2 outs. And Armistead will come up to the plate. Armistead to right field and caught a few steps in front of the track by Buffington. That retires the side. Georgia leaves 1 and we're scoreless moving to the 3rd. And Buffington leads off the 3rd. Not much offense from either team to this point in the game. 7, 8, 9 batters due up for the Gamecocks here in this frame. Buffington, a 163 hitter, no homers, 8 RBIs. And that's fouled straight back. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Now, just to clean something up from the bottom of the 2nd inning, Digby out on a bunt attempt that was foul with 2 strikes, so that goes down in the scorebook as a strikeout. Only one of the game so far for Holmes, and that's rocketed out to right field. Leaping catch made by Kearney. Nice play by the Georgia right fielder, 1 gone.
Number 25, Caroline Lively.
Here's Lively. Caroline Lively, hitting .312, takes a strike. And 2 the count here with 1 out. And the top of the 3rd to Caroline Lively. Up by 1 and 2. And Jacksonville State lost their starting catcher Abby Perkins to the seat for the season due to injury, so Lively's had to fill in largely in that spot. Pitch outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Base hit foul. Once more, we'll do another 2-2. Lively from Sharpsburg, Georgia, went to East Coweta High School. 5'6", a senior. Here's a 2-2. Strike three called. Second strikeout for Madison Kerpix. 2 away here in the top of the third.
Second baseman, number 4, Kinsey Nicholson.
Kinsey Nicholson, the 9-hole hitter, now stands in. And she fouls the first ball into the glove of Sarah Gordon. And a quick third inning for Kerpix. Sheetless game, just 1 hit. As Dallas Goodnight stands in, she's the first batter for Holmes here in the Georgia third. Goodnight ahead in the count, of ball and no strikes, hitting .281 with no home runs and 4 RBIs. Holmes a quick worker. The 1-0 misses and the count moves to 2-0. Outside, 3-0 the count. Top of the order will come up after Goodnight. Davis and Mosley, at the very least, will step up here for Georgia. Four-pitch walk. Second walk given up by Holmes here today. And up comes Lindy Ray Davis. Quick conversation there with Jones and Holmes there in the circle. Davis flied to center her first time up. Tony Baldwin calls time to discuss the approach here. And a conversation with Davis, Mosley, and Goodnight, who ran over from first. So a 1-ball, no strike count here with 1 on and none out here in the bottom of the third inning. Goodnight can run well. She's attempted 6 stolen bases this year and has been successful 5 times. She takes off, ball in the dirt, no throw to second from Lively, and Georgia has a runner in scoring position. So a single in all likelihood could bring home the Georgia center fielder. Fly ball center field. That's more than a single, it's a home run. Lindy Ray Davis hits number 5 of the year. And Georgia takes a 2-0 lead. And Georgia finally gets to Holmes, who went through the first trip through the batting order pretty unscathed, but not off to an ideal start the second trip through the batting order. A ball and no strikes to count to Mosley. And that's fouled out of play. Mosley fouled out to third. And a nice catch by a fan there behind the third base dugout. As you can see at home, great crowd here today. The chance for bad weather did not keep anybody away. And Mosley hits this one deep right field off the top of the wall. She almost got a home run. And instead, she has a stand-up double. Georgia that close to back-to-back home runs. So the first three batters for Georgia have reached in this inning. Walk, home run, and now double. And for Mosley, that's her fifth. Went to Douglas High School. She last appeared March 3rd against Alabama State. And Kearney pops the first pitch up, shallow center field. And it's the shortstop, Emma Jones, back to make the catch for the first out. Here's Kuma, so one pitch and one out for the Jacksonville State right-hander. Kuma flied to center her first time. So in that outing for Portillo at Alabama State, she went just a third of an inning, allowed 2 hits, 4 runs, 2 of those earned, walked 2 and struck out 1, and that's fouled off to the right. It's her first appearance in nearly a week. In the dirt. Kuma ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. Almost hit her. And Kuma takes a 5-pitch walk. Up comes Sydney Chambly, 2 on and 1 out. Chambly walked her first time. Fly ball center field, drifting back. Nowakowski onto the warning track makes the catch, and Mosley and Kuma retreat back to their respective bases. 2 gone here in the bottom of the third.
Your pitcher, number 7, Sarah Gordon.
Sarah Gordon now with 2 on and 2 out. Ball 1 outside. Gordon dropped an excellent sacrifice bunt up the first base line, and her only prior plate appearance back in the 2nd inning. Caught the inside corner, and an even count here, 1-1. Called strike 2. One ball and 2 strikes the count, 2 outs, 2 on. And Gordon stays alive. The possibility of a big inning here for Georgia looms over Jacksonville State. Portillo wants to shut that down right here and right now. But Gordon fights it off and lives to see another pitch. Mosley the runner at second. She doubled earlier this inning. Kuma drew a walk, and she's at first. Here's a 1-2. Fouled away again. Good plate appearance here by Gordon, really making Portillo work. Another 1-2. That's low. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Should Gordon find a way to continue the inning, Emily Digby will hit. Deep left center field, and that one is long gone. Sarah Gordon hits a 3-run homer. Her second of the year, and Georgia takes a 5-0 lead. Now Digby looks at ball 1. Gordon's RBI total now goes to 6. And Digby even in the count now, 1-1. She fouled off a bunt with 2 strikes in her at bat last inning, so that goes down to the scorebook as a strikeout. And this is hit in the air center field. Nowakowski makes the catch, and the inning is over. But Georgia scores 5 times on 3 hits. 2 of those are home runs. 5-0 through 3. Inning in Jacksonville State now faces a 5-0 deficit. Georgia scored 5 times in the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch to Emma Jones is fouled away. Jones, her first time up, drew a walk and was called out for leaving first base early. Here's a 1-1. And that misses. 2 balls and a strike to count. Top of the order will hit in this frame for the Gamecocks: Jones, Elrod, and Richardson. Jacksonville State, mentioned it earlier, they won both of their games yesterday. 8-7 against Miami of Ohio and 3-2 against Furman. Coach McGinnis was telling me yesterday they've lost 9 games this year by either 1 or 2 runs. And entering yesterday, they were 0-7 in 1-run games. She told me they just sometimes don't get the clutch hit, or sometimes their pitching allows a freebie, a walk or a hit batter as Jones goes down swinging. And that freebie allowed may come with 2 outs. And next thing you know, it leads to a snowball effect and a big inning for their opponent. And it winds up costing Jacksonville State the game. Bounced foul. No balls and a strike to Emma Elrod. This Gamecock squad has also had to deal with injuries throughout 2024, and Jana McGinnis didn't want to use that as an excuse because every team has injuries, but this is the first weekend, other than the catcher position, that they have every one of their starters available. And she said that's been a contributing factor to their 9-13 record and close losses this year. She said, now that we have our full roster, I think that our season can go in a different direction, and a more positive direction than what we've witnessed so far. 2-2 the count. Elrod struck out looking in the first. But it changes the team dynamic, not having all of your starters available, at least in the early part of the season. And again, McGinnis noted that as being somewhat of a hindrance to her roster, but everybody except for the starting catcher position, and I mentioned that earlier, that the Gamecocks catcher Abby Perkins, out for the year with injury, is back. Two balls and two strikes to count, one away here in the top of the fourth. The pitch to Elrod is hit down the left field line. It'll be caught. Chambly straddling the line for the second out of the inning.
First baseman, number 17, Lindsey Richardson.
Here's Lindsey Richardson, who flied to left her first time, looks at a ball. And that's fisted down the left field line, and Chambly makes the catch on the run. Nice play by the Georgia shortstop. Kerpix has faced a minimum through 4.
Your shortstop, number 24.
The Dogs will have Armistead, Goodnight, and Davis. Armistead just coming off that great play to end the top of the fourth. And that's in there. So 8, 9, and 1 in the Dogs' batting order will dig in. Portillo back out there after coming in for Holmes with nobody out in the bottom of the third. 1-1 the count to Armistead. The Georgia shortstop flied to right, her only prior time up in the second inning. Two balls and a strike the count. Little blooper, short center field, base hit. Texas League single to start the bottom of the fourth off for Ellie Armistead. Dallas Goodnight walked and scored on the Lindy Ray Davis home run last inning. Bunt dropped down beautifully. Nobody's at first base, and the throw goes into right field. Armistead around third. Here's the throw to the plate, not in time, and Goodnight wound up at third base. Six 0 Georgia on a play for Jacksonville State in which nothing went right. It'll be interesting to see how they scored this. I would think that it would be a single for Goodnight because she would have probably beaten the throw anyway if there was somebody covering first, and then a two-base error to allow Armistead to score and Goodnight to get to third, but we'll wait for the official call here as Georgia now enters its third trip through the lineup card with Lindy Ray Davis at the plate. that's exactly how it goes. The official scoring on that play, a single and a two-base throwing error by the first baseman, Lindsey Richardson. So Davis back in the count now, 0-1. She's 1 for 2 with a home run and a flyout. Pulled foul. And Jada McGinnis told me that yesterday. That was one specific item that she noted to me, and I asked her, what are some things about your team that you want to see improvement from? And that was the first and immediate thing she noted, the bunt coverage. She said, that must improve. And she said, we need to make the routine plays and the defense immediately improves. She said her team is, and there's a bobble, but a recovery. Davis out at first. Nice job there by Emma Jones. The run does score. That's Goodnight from third to make it 7-0, and Davis now has 3 RBIs. Jada McGinnis was telling me we'll have a bobble or an errant throw to a base, and all of a sudden the inning blows up on us. Strike one to Mosley. But she highlighted, if you make the routine plays, the defense and the numbers will immediately go up. You don't have to make all the flashy plays. And it sounds like coach speak, but it's true. Just focus on the fundamentals. And that's lined over the head of Nowakowski and off the wall, and that's going to be a long single for Mosley. So a 2-for-3 game for the Georgia third baseman. Jada Kearney digs in with 1 out. And Mosley at first, and she'll be pinch run for Hannah Davila, now on the base paths for Georgia.
Now for the first base, number 27, Hannah Davila.
Kearney 1 for 2. She singled in the first inning and popped up to the shortstop in the third. Davila has not attempted a stolen base this year. High fly ball, center field. Nowakowski on the track, looking up, goodbye. Jada Kearney hits her third home run in the last 2 games. And the Georgia lead expands to 9-0. The offense has come to life for the Dogs in the last 2. Here's Sydney Kuma. Kuma flied to center in the first and walked and scored last inning. And there's a strike. For Esslinger on the season, haven't given you her season numbers yet. In 8 prior appearances, 1 of those was a start. And a 1-hopper over to second for the second out of the inning. Esslinger's thrown 15 innings, 15 hits, 6 walks, 16 strikeouts, a 4.20 earned run average.
And batting number 2, Jaden Goodwin.
Jaden Goodwin pinch hits for Chambly with 2 outs and the bases empty in the bottom of the 4th. Goodwin this year hitting .200, no homers and 1 RBI. And there's a base hit. That goes through the right side, and Goodwin continues the inning with a pinch hit single.
Your catcher, number 7, Sarah Gordon.
Now Sarah Gordon, who hit a no-doubter over the left center field wall, almost into the new practice facility over there. Two-0 the count. Softly hit into center field. It will hang up in the air long enough for Nowakowski to make the catch on the run, and that ends the inning. But 4 more runs for the Dogs, 9-0 through 4 here in Athens. For Madison Kerpix, as we move to the top of the 5th inning, 9-0 Georgia in front. And a couple of interesting zeros on the Jacksonville State portion of the line score. Kerpix has faced the minimum through 4. Her only blemish to this point was a walk to lead off the game, and then Emily Jones was called out for leaving first base too early. Catch made in left field by Chambly, coming in on it. 1 away. Or excuse me, that's Jaden Goodwin out there. She pinch hit for Chambly and remained in the game. So Phillips out, and now Nowakowski with 1 gone and the bases empty. And there for strike 1. Nowakowski flied to center, her only time up back in the 2nd. 1-1 the count. And that misses. 2-1. Three balls and a strike to count to Nowakowski. I think Kerpix wanted that strike call there, but Nowakowski looks at ball 4. So a 1-out base runner for Amber Reed.
Designated player, number 34, Amber Reed.
Reed flied to left her first time. Ball 1. The pitch. And there to even up the count. Fouled off to the left, 1-2. Off speed, misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Buffington on deck. Nowakowski on the base paths has not attempted a stolen base this year. High and away, 3-2. Crowd starting to get more lively here with the count full and 1 out. Really good crowd on hand for this game. The pitch. Back to Kerpix, and she gets the shore out at first. Advancing to second is Nowakowski. So now 2 outs at the top of the 5th inning for Buffington.
Right fielder, number 16, Hannah Buffington.
Just 62 pitches thrown by the Georgia right-hander. Grounded fair. The throw to first picked. And Kerpix no hits Jacksonville State. A 9-0